up everyone, this is MandoAllDay back with another video, and in this video I'll be doing my cosmic trial for Dr. Doom, the summon build, and shortly after the cosmic trial I'll be going over the build guide and giving you guys some tips and pointers as far as how I was able to pass cosmic trial with Dr. Doom. So let's get right into it. With this particular build with Dr. Doom and a summoner, it's really simple, honestly. Very similar to Ultron, where essentially what you do is just try to survive, or stay alive I should say, and let your summons do all the work for you. And that's really it, honestly. So what you want to do is simple. Obviously you want to activate your summons, which is my G power, and then activate your cooldown powers, which is my S, D, and F. And that's really it. Again, very similar to Ultron, where all the key thing is survivability with Dr. Doom, and just let your summons do all the work, essentially. And that's really it. Now, do keep in mind, for this particular build that I'm showing you right now, or what I'm using right now, I am using a legendary item grade 80. So what I did is, I removed one of my artifacts, as well as I'm using a ring, and I'm using one of the slots, the item slots. I figured just to make it kind of even, but also to showcase how summoners are really easy in this game. You can be really effective. You don't really need to have anything special to have a. Oops. Again, like I said, key thing with Dr. Doom is survivability, because he can be a little weak. So keep that in mind. Alright, and that's it. So go here, and again, rotation's really simple. S, D, and F whenever you can. A just to knock down the enemies, and like I usually say, you want to keep doing damage, and once you hit the 3-minute mark, and then do all your damage to Madam Hydra, like right now. And after a while, all the enemies are dead, and you can just have fun and just do a lot of damage with your summons to Madam Hydra. And that's it. Really simple. So, as I usually say, easy peasy. With Summoner, especially Dr. Doom, it's really simple. Just move away, make your summons and team up follow you. And then after that, go back to this guy right here, or this enemy, and just do all the damage. S, D, F powers, then A to knock them back a little bit, and just keep doing all your damage to them. G right there, bring out your summons, D power. And that's gonna be it right there. Oops. Wrong location. Look at that. Look at the damage it does. And keep in mind, this is not even using a fully built powers. Excuse me. It's not really fully built summon build. So you can imagine the amount of damage the summon Dr. Doom can do. And yeah. So really simple. Almost done with Madam Hydra. But again, the key thing with Dr. Doom is survivability. You gotta keep him alive as much as you can. He can be a little weak, so the key thing with him is survivability. Remember that. Bring your summons over here, and attack this one right here. Summons shall be on even mighty Doom. No, I will say this right now. Mainly my powers are physical damage based. So for items you want to use, if you want to use the same exact build, you want to focus on physical damage and obviously summon. There you go. There you go. Easy. As I usually say, easy peasy. Now for these enemies, what you want to do is go to one area at a time. So where there's a lot of enemies, just go there, do damage, and go to another area. Where you can kill them easily. And for these enemies, just let out all the powers that you have. Obviously you don't want to use ultimate just yet, but just do a lot of damage. Try to have them get kind of come to you. That way you can do a lot of damage when you do your other powers, when you do your area powers, I should say. Signature here. Kill these enemies easily.
Doom does not mourn the insects he steps on.
So, before the biggest update with Dr. Doom was vicious. I mean, I don't know if some of you have been watching this or hearing me play this game, but when Dr. Doom was first released, I believe 2015, if I remember correctly. But anyways, when he was first released, he was so overpowered that they actually made a patch where they debuffed him. They nerfed him, I should say, because he was really that strong. And it was so easy doing Cosmic Trial back then that it was just ridiculous. And so they actually had to nerf him quite a bit because again he was so powerful. So I mean, once he did that, he still was strong. But I mean, post biggest update, yeah, Dr. Doom isn't that. I mean, he's not bad, but like he's not he used to be. Before he was really strong. Now he's just whatever. And 3-minute mark. Okay. Now do all your damage. Now, as I usually say, never activate your ultimate right away. Always activate your ultimate once you defeat the first Sentinel. So to this day, I still stand by that. So remember that. And just do damage. And one of the things you want to do if you want to increase the survivability with Dr. Doom is just hide behind your summons. Here, bring your summons over here with the team up. Now for here, what you want to do is don't activate your signature power just yet. What you want to do is activate your signature just shortly after you kill the Sentinel, or right before you're going to kill him. Activate your signature. That way, when you activate your ultimate, you have all your signature power. I mean, you activate your signature, get all your summons out, and you can do lots of damage, just like so. And then ultimate right there. And then you have all your summons out, doing all the damage as well as your ultimate, and just enjoy defeating Red Skull very easily. Look at that. As I usually say, easy peasy with a Red Skull. So, and that's it. So, it could be a piece of cake. I'm gonna see if I can destroy Red Skull before that 1 minute mark. It's gonna come close, but hopefully I do. Beat him. We got 10 seconds. Come on, summons, do your damage. We're almost there, and we're gonna reach it. Perfect. With like 7 seconds to spare. So that's how you pass Cosmic Trial with Dr. Doom, summon build. So like I said, I use item grade 80 legendary, missing 1 artifact, missing the ring. Oh, and I actually am using all slotted items, sorry about that. So, and I'll show you guys that I am not using any infinity points, just to prove to you that I'm not cheating in any way. Alright, and yeah, that concludes my Cosmic Trial. Now on to the build guide.
Make yourself useful, peasant.
Now on to the build guide. So the first thing we're going to look at are the artifacts. So the first artifact that I'm using is Luke's Lucky Chain. I'm using this for the damage rating to powers increase, summon LA health increase, total defense rating increase, and damage rating increase. Overall, really good artifact for any summon build because it increases your, again, summon LA health, summon powers, total defense rating, which is really good for summoners because I noticed that a lot of summoners are very weak. So having the defense rating increase, but also too for the damage rating increase. Next is Essence of Dread. I'm using this for the mental damage rating increase, +2 intelligence, critical hit rating increase, and health increase. Overall, really good stats. The only thing that I dislike about this artifact is the fact that it increases your mental damage, because like I said, mainly my powers are physical damage based, so I don't really have any mental damage, but I'm using this for the +2 intelligence, critical hit rating, and health increase. Obviously for the +2 intelligence, because Dr. Doom's main attributes are intelligence and energy, so yeah. Next is the medallion. I'm using Mr. Sinister's medallion. I'm using this for the damage rating power increase to summon powers, as well as summon ally health duration and other things too. For instance, the 2% chance that when you hit to summon a Colossus or Cyclops to fight along with you. Next is Crossbone Teaching Credentials. I'm using this for the +3 intelligence, critical hit rating increase, brutal strike rating increase, and damage increase to melee powers or range powers. Really good artifact for Dr. Doom, because Dr. Doom is apart from being a summoner, he does have physical power, melee powers and range powers. So overall, really good artifact for Dr. Doom. And then for the Forge, I have Beastmaster, which increases your mental damage rating increase, and I have the blessing of obviously Beastmaster, which increases your critical rating, summon ally health, and damage rating increases summon powers. Like I said in the Cosmic Trial portion of this video, for Legendary, I'm using Neptune's Trident. I'm using this for the summon ally health increase, damage rating increases summon powers, critical hit rating increase, damage rating increase, and so forth. Really good stats for a summoner build, but do keep in mind this is an item grade 80 legendary. Hence why I'm not using all my artifacts. I'm using 3 instead of 4, and I'm not using a ring. So yeah. And for slots 1 through 5, I'm using Dr. Doom's item. You can even pass Cosmic Trial with this exact build without even using one of the slots. You can actually use 4 slots instead of the 5. Again, that's how easy and powerful Dr. Doom is, even though he's not as powerful as he used to be. But again, just to show you that Dr. Doom's summon build is really good and strong. So yeah. For the costume, I'm using Dr. Doom Future Foundation costume. For Catalyst, I have it to where increase my rare item find increase, defense rating increase, gain health when you hit an enemy, and +3 intelligence. Crafted affixes, critical damage rating as always, visual, blue Fantastic Four spotlight for 3 seconds when you brutal strike. Insignia, I'm using Insignia of Quake. When you hit with any power, you and your allies gain 404 damage rating increase for 8 seconds. When you hit an enemy, there's a 3% chance to knock enemies in an area down for 3 seconds, dealing 4,646 damage rating increase. I'm not using this mainly for the aura, but I'm mainly using this for the other stats, which is increases my critical damage rating increase and damage rating to range powers. Maybe not the best ideal insignia for Dr. Doom, to be honest with you, but this is what I had available at the time. And then for the Flourish, I'm using Dimensional Prism. Looks something like this, which I think looks kind of cool. Now for the pet, I have it to where I take 3% less damage from any enemy area powers. Move speed is increased by 5%. Base damage, base mental damage is increased by 2%. Again, irrelevant because I'm using physical powers. When you use a summon power, gain 4% dodge rating and 4% summon ally damage for 12 seconds, which is good because I am using a summon build. And this also grants me +3 intelligence. And for the team up, I'm using Agent Coulson. Alright, for the powers I use, top to bottom, left to right. Doom Blast, a Declaration of War, or I'll go over that in a bit. Letvarian Blockade, Beneath Doom's Boot, Letvarian Air Defense.
Doom does not wait.
Crumble Fools.
Doom plans for domination.
And I believe that's then it's Worthless Cretan. And obviously, of course, Lord of Latveria, which is signature power. No, again, Infinity Points, none were used. Now for Hero Synergies, Cable for the critical hit rating multiplier increase, Dr. Doom for the signature power damage increase, Ghost Rider, I probably wouldn't use Ghost Rider, but Ghost Rider for the critical hit rating multiplier increase. Again, I'm not using any mental powers, so yeah. Honkai for the move speed and critical damage rating increase. Magic for the health on hit, summon power damage increase. Psylocke for the mental damage and physical damage rating increase. Squirrel Girl for the damage to bosses increase. Ultron for the summon powers and +1 intelligence. Winter Soldier for the range power range power and melee power damage increase, move range for the Buddha strike, and Buddha damage rating increase. Now for this particular build, I would highly recommend using something else. Probably would not use Psylocke, maybe use Nightcrawler for the melee damage, possibly Moon Knight for the critical hit rating multiplier to physical powers. But again, for this particular build, I am using physical power based powers from Dr. Doom, so yeah. Now onto the talents and traits. For the first row is You Cannot Resist. You and your allies become strengthened for 10 seconds when you hit with a power, which is a buff that grants you, damage increase by 10% and critical hit rating multiplier by 10%. Declaration of War now summons 2 Doombot flyers. Okay. Well, we'll go over that in a bit. So that's what I use for now. For the second row is Internal Guardians. When you hit with a power, activate Declaration of War. Doombot stats, summon health 100% and damage is increased by 10%. So this kind of goes hand with the first row, which is You Cannot Resist. So with You Cannot Resist, it gives you a buff, which again increases your damage and critical rating multiplier. But also too, when you activate Declaration of War, you summon 2 Doombot flyers. But with this Internal Guardians, when you hit with a power or any power, basically when you're in combat, you automatically activate Declaration of War, which again grants you 2 Doombot flyers and also activates Declaration of War, which is this power right here. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. So all you do is activate a power, and then there you go right there. There's your Declaration of War and your 2 Doombot flyers. Alright. For the third row is Deploy Doombots. All 3 mechs are summoned when activating Laverian Blockade, Laverian Inferno, or Laverian War Drums. Worthless Cretin gains the following effects. Damage is 100% if power and magic are above 75%. So in short, it's pretty straightforward. When you activate any of those right there, Laverian Blockade, Inferno, or War Drums, all three mechs are activated at the same time. So in this case, I have Laverian Blockade. So what this means is when I activate Laverian Blockade, it automatically activates all 3 mechs. So it looks something like this. See, all 3 mechs. Just by me having this talent and me activating at least one of those. So that's what that does. For the fourth row is Science Supreme. Resource spending sorcery powers cannot be activated. Power bonus is 200 and power bonus restored 4% of maximum per second. So in short, what this does is I can no longer activate any sorcery powers, aka my mental damage powers, but I do increase my power bonus, aka spirit, by 200. So without this, I have 570, but with this, I have 200, but I can only activate power bonus, hence aka my physical powers. And for the fifth row is Doom's Legions. Technical Tyrant transformed into Lord of Latveria, which is my signature. Lord of Latveria summons a legion of Latvian serval soldiers to assist you in combat. In short, what this does is it converts your regular Dr. Doom signature power to a summon signature. So obviously when you activate it, it becomes a summoner, and you summon soldiers to fight along with you. Okay, now on to the rotation. Like I said in the cosmic trial portion of this video, it's pretty straightforward. Activate your S powers, your S, D, F powers, which is S is my Worthless Cretin. It's a range power. It does quite a bit of damage. It also has a critical hit chance, which is always critically hits. So it looks something like this. Oops, come on. There you go. D is Beneath Doom's Boot. Get another great power. Does a great amount of damage. And last but not least is Laverian Air Defense. Does quite a bit of damage too. And good thing there's a lot of area damage. So the rotation, it's really simple. S, D, and F whenever you can. And then for A power, which is Crumble Fools, activate it here and there. I'm mainly using this for the damage, but also 2 for the knockdown duration. It's not a lot. It's like 2 seconds, but having the knockdown is really good because it gives you a chance to, depending on where you're at in terms of cosmic trial or anything. But if let's say you're low on health, you can activate Crumble Fools, knock them down, and then you have 2 seconds to activate your med kit, get some health regeneration, and so forth. So that's mainly what I'm using it. And yeah, like I said, the rotation is really simple, and I'll show you guys what you got to do. Activate your cooldown powers, which is S, D, and F, and then just G, and then just do damage. So look something like this: G, and then S, D, and F, and just do your main spender, A, and just keep doing damage. A again, just whenever, and then S, D, and then whenever you can G, to continually have your summons, and then you let your summons do all the work. And yeah, that's it. That concludes my build guide for Dr. Doom. Pretty straightforward. Dr. Doom is very similar to Ultron, or Ultron similar to Dr. Doom, the way it depends how you look at it. But they're very simple. The key thing is, though, you have to be careful because their survivability is not good. Very similar to Loki, Ultron, and even Iceman. The survivability isn't that great, so you always want to increase your health and defense. So keep that in mind, especially if you're doing a summon build. You want to keep that in mind. So make sure that you increase your defense rating. Hence why I'm using this Lucky chain, because of the total defense rate increase. So with infinity points, I would highly recommend spending some points onto total defense. That way you can increase your survivability, as well as spend some points for the health. And yeah, that concludes my build guide for Dr. Doom summon build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. Any requests for certain characters, leave it in the comment section below. I know someone requested Emma Frost. I'll be honest with you, Emma Frost is very, very weak. Before the biggest update ever, she was really strong. I wouldn't say she was a main, end game content character, but she was a lot stronger than she is now. I mean, now she's really weak. Same with Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is pretty weak right now, but any requests for certain characters, leave it in the comment section below. If you want to keep up to date with my channel and you want to support the channel, please do hit that subscribe button, because not only does it help the channel grow, but also means a lot to me as well. And yeah, once again, this concludes my build guide for Dr. Doom. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And also too, I know it's kind of I've not been uploading videos consistently. I've been off for maybe 2-3 weeks. Is because of this whole new Omega Prestige. Well, I'll be doing a video discussing my opinion and thoughts of Omega Prestige, what Gazillion's doing, and giving my input on that. So yeah, expect another video this week with my opinion on the Omega Prestige and aka Pay to Win, but I'll discuss that in the other video. So again, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and on to the next one. Bye bye.